Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. Today, we're diving into the wonderful world of idioms. We're going to review the 30 we did this week, giving you the inside scoop on what they mean and how to use them like a pro. Let's get this idiom party started. Don't forget to read along out loud. I'll put links in the description for lessons on these idioms. Our first idiom is by the book. It means doing things strictly by the rules, no shortcuts. Think of a meticulous librarian carefully stamping each book. That's by the book. Ever felt stuck between two equally unappealing options? That's being caught between two stools, like trying to sit on two chairs at once and ending up on the floor. Picture this. You're chatting with a friend, and suddenly they go silent, like a clam shutting its shell tight. That's clamming up, suddenly refusing to talk. Maybe they're shy or hiding a secret. Cold turkey. It sounds harsh, right? It means quitting something abruptly, no easing into it. Imagine going from daily coffee to none overnight. That's quitting cold turkey. It takes a lot of willpower. Remember the story of the boy who cried wolf? He kept lying about a wolf attacking, and when the real danger came, no one believed him. That's what crying wolf means. Raising false alarms so often that people stop taking you seriously. Honesty is the best policy, or you might find yourself in a real predicament. We've all been in those meetings or conversations that seem to drag on forever. Cutting to the chase is like hitting the fast-forward button. It means getting straight to the point, skipping the fluff. Time is precious, so let's not waste it. This idiom reminds us that even the most brilliant plans can be tripped up by tiny, overlooked details, like planning a surprise party, but forgetting to tell everyone the right date. Imagine comparing a goldfish to a shark. They're both fish, but that's about it. That's the essence of a different kettle of fish, something completely different. This idiom comes from the boxing world. When a boxer gets knocked down, the referee counts to 10. If they don't get up, they're down for the count, defeated. It can also mean feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, needing time to recover. Ever had to admit you were wrong, especially after being so sure of yourself? That's not fun. And it's even worse when you have to eat crow, to publicly acknowledge your mistake and accept the humiliation. It's a humbling experience, but we all make mistakes. Similar to eating crow, eating humble pie means swallowing your pride and admitting you were wrong. It's like having to take back a boastful statement or apologize for a blunder. It might be a bitter pill to swallow, but it's always better to own up to your mistakes. This idiom paints a picture of a chaotic situation where everyone is looking out for their own survival. It's like a sinking ship where people are scrambling for lifeboats, a free-for-all. It highlights the importance of self-reliance in challenging times. We all make choices, and sometimes those choices come with consequences. Facing the music means confronting those consequences head-on, no matter how unpleasant. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and accepting the outcome. Ever tried to avoid a difficult conversation by changing the subject or speaking in vague terms? That's dancing around the truth. It's like trying to catch a slippery fish. You might get close, but it keeps wriggling away. This idiom reminds us that there's no such thing as a free lunch. Paying the piper means facing the consequences of your actions, whether it's a financial debt, a health issue, or a broken promise. It's about accepting responsibility and making amends. Imagine a game played by the rules, with no cheating or unfair advantages. That's fair and square, honest, straightforward, and above board. Remember those novelty toys that were all the rage for a week and then forgotten? That's a flash in the pan. Something that generates initial excitement, but quickly fades away. Ever felt your temper flare up unexpectedly, like a pot boiling over? That's flying off the handle, losing your cool suddenly and often overreacting. When you're going the whole 9 yards, you're giving it your all, holding nothing back. It's about going above and beyond, putting in maximum effort. It's like planning a surprise party and not just getting a cake, but a band, decorations, the works. This idiom is a more light-hearted way of saying someone has died. It's like saying they've gone to a better place or kicked the bucket list. It's important to use this idiom with sensitivity, as it might not be appropriate in all situations. Just like bread and butter are staples in many diets, this idiom refers to a person's main source of income. It's the reliable job or skill that pays the bills and keeps things running smoothly. This idiom describes something small but surprisingly powerful. It's like a tiny but feisty chihuahua. Don't underestimate it. Imagine trying to paint a house with a tiny brush. It's going to take forever and won't be very effective. That's a half measure, an incomplete or insufficient effort. This idiom is all about honesty and directness. It's like asking for directions and getting a clear, concise answer. No detours, just the information you need. This idiom is a straightforward demand for payment. It's like that friend who always forgets to pay you back. Time to remind them to pay up. This idiom hints at something shady or suspicious going on. It's like that feeling you get when you know someone's not being entirely truthful. It's about dishonesty, deception, and things that just seem a little off. Remember that song you loved for a summer, but then the band disappeared? That's a one-hit wonder. It's like a shooting star, a brief, brilliant moment, but gone in a flash. This idiom describes something that doesn't last very long, like a summer romance or a trendy fashion item. When you go all out, you're giving it your all, holding nothing back. It's about putting your heart and soul into something, whether it's a project, a party, or a performance. This idiom, often used in sports, means giving your absolute best effort, leaving nothing behind. It's about knowing that you gave it your all, win or lose. Well, there you have it. 30 essential idioms to spice up your English vocabulary. We've laughed, we've learned, and hopefully you've picked up some new phrases. So go forth, use these idioms, and watch your conversations come alive.